Hey guys, it's Miko from MO Sound Lab, and this is the EVML Classic Cab Pack. And if it's not obvious, this is based on the Electro-Voice EVM-12L 200 watt speaker, which is, that is called the greatest speaker of all time. 200 watts of power handling, and that is the classic speaker you'll hear in pretty much all the awesome 80s leads, and all the Dumbo guys loved that specific speaker. And this particular one is from the 80s, a very good one, a very good EV. And this cab pack is, as always, with MO Sound Lab, captured with 8 different microphones with 5 different brightness variations and 8 mixes to choose from. Altogether you have 48 different impulse responses in this one collection. So let's go through it. What we're using for the amplifier today is the CB4, which is our amped plugin CB4 made in collaboration with Chris Baseford. Chris is probably best known for being the sound dude for Nickelback and so many awesome bands like Daughtry, Avril. He's done it all. Anyways, we're using the third channel on the Baseford plugin, and the cabinet section we have in these amped plugins can now load IRs. They always had this capability, but now it looks like this. So you can load in an IR, and here are the 48 different IRs to choose from. We have the 8 mics, we have the 7B, 57, 121, 160, 184, 421, 906, and the U3. So a lot of mics to choose from, and these are probably the most common microphones you'll see being used for miking up guitars. On top of that, you have the 8 mixes that are mixing several of these microphones. Let's quickly go through the different tones you can get with the EVML Cab Pack using these microphones. So this is what the 7B sounds like. Okay, and the next mic we have here is the 57. The classic, the one you'll most likely be using the most. And the next mic we have here on the list is a 121. This is the fat mic, so to say. Really good for blending or for a really fat lead sound. Then we have the 160, which is also a ribbon microphone, but a little bit brighter. Really love that sound. Then we have the 184, and this is a Neumann. Once again, really fat and smooth sounding, much like this IR pack is anyways. Then we have a vintage 421. A much brighter microphone and really good on its own. Really good for blending if you want a brighter sound. Then we have the 906. I really love that character. Very nasally, so it'll cut really well in the mix. And then we have the U3, which is essentially a vintage 57. And as you can probably already tell, this specific speaker and these specific IRs have a very smooth and nice sounding top end, a very present, almost nasally mid-range, so it'll cut in the mix, and a very tight low end, so it'll always stay tight and not get boomy or anything. So it is one of the best speakers of all time, and this is a very good example of it. On top of these single microphones, we have the mixes that I included here. So you have 8 to choose from. Let's try the Classic, because I think it's a 57 and a 121 together. So this is the Classic mic up, so to say. Just makes you want to live in the 80s again. So yeah, it definitely has that mid-range that will always make sure that you will cut in the mix. Let's try another mix. Let's try kind of a more scooped and fat mix. Let's try the Clarity one, because I think that has the 421 in it, so it's very clear and almost thrashy sounding. So So it definitely pulls that tight, trashy sound as well. So once again, this is super tight and very mid-focused. One thing that we can do is scoop out all the mids from the amplifier, and it's something that I actually tried to do a little bit already. So if we go all the way, let's see what it sounds like. So what I'm trying to do here is actually have a very scooped and low-end heavy amplifier going into these IRs, so they should balance each other out. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like. So yes, it does sound really awesome, and I know everyone's wondering, well, how does it compare to something like a V30 in a 4x12? So that's something we can actually do here in the UI. So we have the mix button here, and we already have the Mega OS with the 57 here. So if we compare the 57, let's pick like a midpoint and a midpoint for this 57, so we can just compare them side by side. So this is the EVML. And this is a V30. So after hearing the EVML for so long, going back to the V30, it almost sounds like the V30 is lower in volume when actually it isn't. That is because the V30 with a 4x12 has a huge low end, while the EVML more has those nasally mids that cut through in the mix. So they may actually blend in together well, which is also something we can demonstrate here. So if we have the V30 here on the right side and the EVML on the left side, and if we place the mix in the middle like this, we'll hear both of them. So I'll just fade back and forth so you'll get an idea. So this is the V30. EVML. And the middle point sounds like this. Yes. Okay, that's all for now. This is the new EVML Classic Cab Pack. an awesome IR collection once again, and we have the intro deal going on right now, so go get it immediately or you will regret it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for following ML Sound Lab. Be sure to subscribe and like and do all those things if you got this far in the video. See you on the next one, and bye bye.